I got a picture of my wife cheating on me, so I posted it on a digital billboard. It all started on a seemingly ordinary Tuesday. I was on my way to meet a client for lunch when I suddenly had a weird feeling in my gut. This happens to me a lot. I am an INFJ and also an HSP, and I've learned that these weird urges usually mean something. It's like the universe has my back, which also means that many times I end up learning about something not so pleasant. For some reason, I felt like I needed to pass by the coffee shop that my wife Abby and I loved. She was supposed to be at work, so I wasn't expecting to see her there, but I guess fate had other plans. As I walked into the packed coffee shop, there she was in a dimly lit corner, her lips locked with another man's. And not just any man, it was Steve, our freaking neighbor and the husband of her best friend. I mean, how cliché can you get? In that moment, a million emotions ran through me. Rage, betrayal, heartbreak. Before I knew it, I stepped back outside and was on the phone with my brother Tom, telling him that I was going to kick Steve's ass and to get some bail money ready. But Tom talked me down, telling me not to make a scene or do anything stupid. He said, "Dave, just try to take a picture, and we'll figure out the best way to handle this." It took me several moments to process all of that and to calm down enough to regain my composure and attempt to get a picture. So, I snuck back inside and took out my phone. I sat down next to a guy who occupied a booth about 1/3 of the way through the seating area. I apologized and said I'd be out of his way in just a moment. He could tell I was a man on a mission, so he didn't make a fuss. I then waited for the perfect moment when they were both leaning in for another kiss, and then bam, I snapped a picture of them in the act. Then I just turned and walked out, my heart pounding in my chest. I sent the picture to Tom, and he replied, "Perfect." Over the next few days, I did my best to keep my cool, though Abby could tell something was up with me. I told her I was just having an HSP episode and that something must be wrong in the universe, but not to worry, that I would surely find out soon enough if there was. This, of course, made her a little nervous, as it should have, but I've had these episodes before, so it wasn't enough for her to break. Which was good, since I wanted to get revenge. Tom and I brainstormed about what to do with the picture. He had the brilliant idea of posting it on a blip digital billboard, right there in the city. At first, I thought he was joking, but he assured me he was dead serious, so I went for it. It only took an hour or so to design the slide, create an account, and upload our final design to Blip. The design featured the picture of Abby and Steve, along with a message that said, "Congratulations on your new relationship. Love, Dave." We made it look like an engagement announcement, and just like that, my revenge plan was in motion. The billboard went live on Friday evening. I upped my bid price to ensure that I would be taking up most of the billboard's available time slots. It was located right in the heart of the city, next to all of the restaurants and shopping centers. The perfect spot for everyone to see it. I asked Timothy and his wife Emily if they wanted to have dinner together at a locally owned steakhouse, right where the billboard was located. So, Abby and I met them there, and I made sure that we sat where the billboard could be seen from our table. Tom and I decided to mix things up and sit next to each other, while Abby and Emily sat on the other side, which was the side that faced the billboard. A few minutes in, I saw Abby glance up, then down, and then right back up again. She then looked down at her dinner roll, and her face went white as a ghost. Tom asked her if she was okay. Tom's wife Emily had no idea what we were up to, or that Tom was in on this with me. She also asked Abby if she was okay. Abby said she felt sick all of a sudden and that she needed to go to the bathroom. She quickly hurried to the ladies' room, and that's when Tom told Emily what was up. Emily was horrified, mostly that Abby had cheated on me, but also that we had gone to such lengths to exact my revenge. She asked if Annie knew yet. I replied, if she doesn't know now, she will surely know soon enough, which was exactly the case. Annie had been out of town for a few days and had no idea what was going on. Emily, who volunteered to take Abby home, went to check on Abby in the bathroom. Apparently, another one of Annie's friends took a picture of the billboard and sent it to her, asking what the hell was going on. Annie immediately sent it to Abby, asking why the fuck she was kissing her husband. Emily said Abby was mortified and was just shaking uncontrollably under the stress. Imagine that. Tom and I paid the bill and left. While Emily graciously helped Abby get back home, I had already put a pillow and blanket out on the couch for Abby, then went straight to the bedroom, locked the door, took a shower, took some Quill, and went to bed. Word spread quickly, and by Sunday morning, it was the talk of the town. People were stopping to take pictures of it, and it even started trending on social media. It was the perfect storm of humiliation and exposure. In the morning, Abby tried apologizing to me, but I wouldn't hear it. She said this was the first time she had ever done anything like this, but I started having my doubts. All I could do was think of all the times when weird things happened in the past, and then ask myself if she was cheating on me during those times as well. She begged me to take the billboard down, but I told her I'd already paid for a week, so it was going to stay up until then. She tried to apologize some more, but I wasn't having it. I filed for divorce on Monday and started making plans to move on with my life. Annie called me and was a mix of angry and grateful. She was embarrassed because of the picture, but glad that she had found out. I apologized to her. I mean it, I really apologized. Everything was settled, and I realized that I wasn't very sensitive to Annie's feelings at all. I was just too enraged and bent on revenge to consider that my bad, for real, but it was done. Abby left on Sunday and moved in with her parents, and by the time the 5th day rolled around, Abby had managed to get Blip to take the billboard down. But by then, the damage was already done. Our marriage was over, and her affair with Steve had become a public spectacle. Annie filed for divorce the following Wednesday and hasn't spoken to Abby at all. I'm not sure how that will all resolve, but that is no longer my business. I almost expected Steve to show his face, but he never did. What a coward. So, in the end, I'm glad I listened to my brother and took the high road instead of resorting to immediate violence. I was able to expose their dirty little secret in a creative and, dare I say, entertaining way. And while it may not have been the most mature thing to do, it sure as hell felt good. On a side note, even though I don't think Emily would ever cheat on Tom, I bet she would think several times before she does. That was an intense one. What would you have done? Did I take it too far? Let us know what you're thinking in the comments below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more. Cheating Secrets Podcast.